They're brothers.
Míralo.
Yeah,
Está chévere hoy.
hell yeah, feeling nice, baby. You already know. You know I can get a 25-year-old if I want to.
Hey, yo, TOC in the building.
Yo, we gotta bring it back, bro. You know how it is.
Hey,
You know,
man. Hey, yo.
we the best entertainer in the business.
Let's go.
Always been. Always been.
Yo, how's everything, man?
Bro, life has been treating us really good. My son is nice and healthy, you know. Nothing for better things now, and we're just coming back. I think we'll be back real soon.
That's what's up, man.
We already did a deal, and let's see what happens.
When you think they're gonna announce it? They're gonna announce it soon?
Yeah, I think about like maybe next week. You know, Monday, Tuesday. You know, we don't know yet, but I think it might be in September. You know, but we're reaching out for somebody out there that wants to take the challenge. You know.
All right.
You know,
all right.
But
are we gonna see that? Are we gonna see the takeover? The takeover. Not what we seen last time, but the takeover. Are we gonna see the takeover?
You know, anybody that thinks I was my son in that last fight, they must be out of their minds. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you was one of the first guys that came up to me and told me that, you know, what the fuck happened, you know? I mean, when have you seen my son fight a southpaw to the right all night? You know?
Yo,
and especially not slipping, not doing his, you know, what got him up there, you know?
Bro,
or his tricks, you know, or his tricks.
Your son always loves fighting southpaw. He's more comfortable fighting southpaw than orthodox. He never lost to a southpaw fighter. To succeed,
never.
Succeed,
not in the amateurs, not in the pros. Not in the amateurs, not in the pros. You know, he wasn't mentally there, bro, and a lot of people know that. I mean, the people that really know my son, they know that he wasn't mentally in that fight. They got to him mentally. You know, I really don't know what happened because I was really confused. I mean, we had a game plan. I mean, bro, I know how to beat guys like Shakur because all they do is just stay in the back and start touching you. You know what I'm saying? When you come in, we already had a plan for that. You know, stepping out with a double jab, not trying to get hit with that jab. And it was already planned, man. We sparred with the best Cubans out here in Miami. He couldn't even get touched. So it was just crazy to see what had just unfolded. You know, I got some theories out there that I'm thinking about because he won't tell me nothing, you know, because he knows I'm crazy. But I believe somebody got to his head before that fight. That's what I believe. You know, I don't know if they threatened him. I don't know what the fuck they did to him, bro. But, you know, it was just fucking crazy. I was bugging out. I haven't seen that fight. I don't even want to see it. I seen 5 minutes of it. Not even. Like maybe 30 seconds of it. And I already know that's not my son. I already know he's letting him hit him all night. You know, even Shakur said, you know, what's weird is that he wouldn't let me knock him out. Of course he's not going to let you knock him out because he let you hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on. You're not going to slip a jab? My son never gets hit with the same punch,
bro.
You know, like all night. Come on.
Yo,
you know,
shout out to Fight Fury Films with 20 beans. Fight Fury Films said the takeover. Let's go. Fight Fury Films. Let's go.
You know, everybody needs a pretty face back. You know, my son is the best in entertainment. You know, these guys are never going to get to that level. And I said this about 6 years ago. You know, when he starts moving up in the weight divisions, it's going to be easier for him. Because I seen a 13-year-old beat up old man, you know what I'm saying? Grown man.
Hey, yo,
not old man, you know, and way bigger than him. You know, you seen that sparring with Tank when he was only 15. He was a baby. But Tank was supposed to take it easy on him because Tank is 3 years older than him. And Tank already had 6-0. He was 6 knockouts. And, he was already a pro when he sparred my son. Hey, and, you know, some boxers, nobody could touch him.
Yo, you know, I was out there, right? But when I checked the playback and people was trying to like, yo, what is Senior saying in the corner? Yo, people are not gonna admit it. Yo, Senior, people are not gonna admit it. But what you were saying in the corner is what everybody else was saying in the arena. Where's the power, bro? Where's the power? Yo, what you say? You're gonna hate yourself tomorrow morning. Everybody
it looked like he didn't want to hurt him. It just looked like what hurt him. You know what he told me at the end of the fight? You know, when I saw him after when we went after the fight and we met up, you was there.
Yeah.
And the first thing he told me, Dad, I felt him like a little kid. That's what he told me. And I said, man, I know, bro. I don't know what fucking happened to you, but I don't know what. If somebody fucking threatened your ass or what the fuck happened in that fight, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened. He don't want to tell me. But that was not my son in that fight. And everybody knows my son is a slick fighter.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was nothing like the way that he performed versus Barbosa.
No.
Barbosa, it was like
beautiful.
It was like,
bro, the whole plan was to outbox this kid. Stay in the outside and outbox him. From the beginning, he just was going in. And then getting punished. Like not only he had to lose, he had to get punished. And one day, maybe when he gets to be like 40 something or whatever, he's not fighting no more, he'll tell me the truth.
Yo,
but right now you're gonna see Shakur come right at you in the first fucking round.
Nah, that was weird. That was a weird fight. It was a weird
exactly.
fight. Yo, what you think about what you think about your Floyd Mayweather working?
That's crazy, man. My son.
That's like a dream come true. That's like a dream come true for your son.
I know, because that was his idol, and I tell everybody, in this planet, like, what I'm saying, everybody forgot what they do their job for. It's not for the money. It's not for the girls. It's not for the, for the glory. It's for you to be a role model. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's why we fought Lomachenko for $1 million. Because I told my son, we get him now, we're never gonna get him. When nobody wanted him. You know what I'm saying? We take all the risky fights. We always have. You know what I'm saying? My son is not going to go out there and knock a nobody out and get famous for it. He would have been 25-0, knocking out bums. But that's not our motto. What we try to accomplish in this planet is to show the youngest kids that they don't have to go to that corner and sell a nickel dime or sell some white or whatever it is, because you have a role model that you can become. You know what I'm saying? My son came from nothing. We came from nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? We was never liked because for some reason in this planet, bro, they don't like a father figure rooting for their son. They fucking hate that shit. You know why I think it is? Because they never had a father rooting out for them. And all those people that talk shit about me, bro, those are the people that had an absent fucking father. That's the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? And they just hate that shit. Bro, all I've ever done wrong was root for my son and believe in him. And in this game, you have to do that shit. This game is crazy and it's ugly, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why every time I would go to the fights, bro, everybody in Florida hated me, bro, because when my son was coming up in Florida, we're from New York. I brought him here at 6 years old. He did taekwondo for like about 3 years in New York. And then I moved right into a boxing place.
Yeah. And
I was training, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like I was trying to get my son into this shit. But he liked it. My trainer freaking got him. And then he said, yo, your son is like real gifted. You know what I'm saying? You should start thinking more about him. And we started the adventure, bro. We started the dream, but it was never a fucking dream. It was about us fucking winning.
Yeah.
That was it. It was about me being like, yo, like every father in the world wants their kids to be better than them. And I don't want nobody to say different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants their kids to be better than them. And they don't understand there's only 2 people in this fucking planet that really loves them. I mean, to the heart, that they will die for them. And that's the mother and the father.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody else. Fucking friends, no girlfriends, no fucking wife, no fucking nothing. It's all, everything is a father and a mother. A good father and a mother that's always been there for them, that don't hit them, that I never hit my kids. I got 3 kids. My 2 daughters, were first, and then I got the boy at the end. You know, he came out special. You know, he's God gifted. Ain't nobody in the entertainment business in boxing doing what the fuck he's doing. You know, he does shit in there that nobody even knows what the fuck he's doing and what he's gonna do next. That's entertainment.
So how you think you could get back? Because we both agree. I feel it was not the physical. I think he was prepared physically.
Well,
I think
he made a weight, and my wife did a great job with him. She's been his nutritionist for forever. You know, from 170 fights in the amateurs, maybe 200. We don't know, give and take. You know, never lost to a southpaw. He's a master at southpaws. You know, from the beginning, when I saw him going to the right the whole night, I was like, no, this motherfucker's giving up this fight. I was bugging out, bro. I couldn't understand. We had the game plan. We had the fucking game plan how to beat this kid. You know, my son couldn't even get touched when we sparred this kid. You know, like, how the fuck this kid's not gonna become a Superman in a couple of years? So, you know, something was fishy there. I don't know what it is, you know, but yo, this is, like I said, this is not a race. This is a marathon. Let's see who the fuck stays on top.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, because one fight, look. We seen Teo in the situation where people didn't believe, people doubted him, and then that Josh Taylor fight happened. He humbled the whole world again. So I think if there's any fighter that has proven this era that, hey yo, look at what Danny Dubois did today. Everybody counted Danny Dubois. Look what he did today. Beat Fabio Woodley right back on top. And I think that Danny Dubois and Teofimo Lopez have the same thing. Like, oh, people write them off, and then they come right back, and then when he wins big, wins beautiful, like, yo, who could beat him?
Yeah, but the difference is that wasn't my son in that fight. Bro, if he would have fucking boxed, and he would have lost, and he would have came with the game plan that I got him into, is different. Then I would have said, okay, fuck it, man. I would have been fucking crying. I would have been like, you saw me. I wasn't even upset. I was like, yo, I know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck you did, and I know you're not going to tell me, but that was not fucking you there. It's not like he was trying to box him, and Chico was faster than him. He was, like, doing nothing, like zero. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I got frustrated. I couldn't even train him no more. I was like, yo, man, what the fuck you doing? Like, yo, this is, like, fuck, you're going to hate yourself tomorrow, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
yeah, that's why I said.
There's videos on YouTube. That motherfucker never fucking fight. Yo, you never fight a southpaw with the fucking boy to the right. You know, never. You know, he's never done that. You know, because that's why, you know, listen, God has everything planned for a reason. All I know is that I'm sticking by him, win, lose, or draw. You know, Andre Ward was talking shit about me, bro. I never done anything wrong to this guy. Never talked bad about him. And now he comes out, he makes a special right after the fight saying that I left my son there because he lost. No, motherfuckers. I left my son because I was trying to jump fucking Crawford at the moment when Crawford was pointing at me and laughing at me. And I knew they did something mentally to my son. You know, so it hurt me. So I went running to jump him. They don't show that clip, bro.
Nah, they
Where
don't.
the fuck is the clip? Where's the clip? What they did was they grabbed me. Security grabbed me. They didn't throw me out. Security was like, yo, Mr. Lopez,
relax.
Yeah, they're gonna arrest you, man. They're gonna arrest you. So you know why? I just went up to my son. I said, yo, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I'm about to punch somebody. And I just got out. Right? That's my son, bro. And I know that wasn't him.
Yeah.
In there. And somebody fucked with his head. You know, he's not from the streets. You know, I never let my kids go to the streets, bro. And that's how every parent should be. You know, like, you gotta better yourselves. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the streets since I was like fucking 7, 8 years old, you know, and it's not a good rap, you know what I'm saying? But it taught me how to be strong and how to take care of my kids and not let them go through what I went through because I wanted to be better. You know, that's where a role model comes from. We don't want to be gangsters. We don't want to say, oh, I'm going to mess this guy up or whatever it is. But in the heat of the moment, when you feel like they hurt your kid, you're going to do what I try to do.
True.
You know, I got no beef with nobody. You know, never in my life. That's why I'm still alive, bro. I'm 57 and I'm still alive because I've always been nice to everybody. I don't mess with nobody that doesn't mess with me. I don't mention families like other people do.
Yeah.
You know, like Crawford saying, "Fuck the fucking Lopez family." Like, what the fuck have I done to you, bro? To you for you to curse my family?
Yeah.
For you to,
You was calling out for a fight.
for you to call my daughter bitch. It's on fucking video, bro.
Yeah.
You know what kind of a role model you gonna be doing that? You know, I'm gonna set my peace with everybody. You understand? If somebody want to hurt me, bro, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? But I never mentioned nobody's family, bro. That's sacred.
Yeah.
You know? And then you blast me out there like I'm a bad father, bro. You don't know what I've been through with my son. Nobody knows. All right? Getting up at 4 a.m, making sure that he's on weight. Him running away from me every time he did bad in the gym. Why? Because he wanted to be great. And I had to call the cops for 3 hours. Gave up on him so many times. And he would beg me to come back. You know? I've been a hustler all my life, bro. I don't need no money. I can survive on anything. You know? When people say that, you know, oh, he probably fucking had his son into box. No, my son always wanted it. It was never me.
Yeah.
You know, I was only there for him because I had to be there for him. Sometimes I didn't want to because I was always saying, nah, man, he has a bad sparring, he's going to run away.
Yeah.
You know, there was a guy, the trainer, that told me, yo, listen, you know why he runs away all the time? Because he fucking wants to be better. He wants to be a champ.
He's too hard on himself.
That kid's going to be a champ. That's what they will tell me. So, like a good father I am, I'm not going to say no, even though it will hurt me. And I'll be crying in the corners. He'll be like, yo, then later on, like when we was 18 or 19, he told me, he was like, yo, Dad, I was always like right there watching you.
Yeah.
You know, it hurts. It hurts, man. I want all this.
You think he's
still I want all this hate to stop. All this hate's got to stop, bro. Let the best beat the best. Nobody involved. Let it only be uno a uno in the fucking ring. And everybody stop fucking with people's fucking mental. You saw what they did to me in the press conference when I didn't show up, saying that I was getting fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't show up. That could have been a good moment for my son to get messed up. You know what I'm saying? But it's great. If they want to win like that, let them win like that. You know, we're going to go up to bigger and better things. All the networks want him. So we're still in a good place. And we're going to keep on going, you know?
What do you think you need to do to the next fight? Because it's not the physical. What do you need to do to get his mind right? What do you think
I told my son, listen, that shit ain't gonna happen again because I'm gonna be with him 100% from now on. You know what I'm saying? And my son told me, you know what I'm saying, Dad, I can't wait to get back in there. You know, I'm gonna show everybody who I am. And we're not going in for no easy fight. You know what I'm saying? We never done that. You know, unless these people don't want to fight us.
Yeah.
You know, but yo, you're gonna see special like you always see special. You know, my son can't lose his talent in one day.
Nah.
You know?
Nah. That's why I knew from the beginning it was mental. I knew in the beginning it was mental.
Bro, he's like a cat, and he's just getting better. You know, the training camp went freaking fabulous, bro. It was just all mental, man. I don't know what the fuck happened that night. And I hate myself for it because I should have been in that press conference when I didn't show up. You know, I don't know if that was a breaking point. But all I know is I never left my son in the corner. I mean, after the fight, I just wasn't in a good place. And I even went up to my son. I said, yo, man, I just got to go. I went out to the streets, bro. I wanted to hit everybody, bro. And all of a sudden, I hear all these Hondureños, all these Honduran people outside, bro. They were screaming. They were like, we love him. Senior, let's take a picture. I'm like, yo, we just fucking lost. Why you want to take a picture with me? And and they were like, no, we don't care. We love him. We're going to follow him no matter what, you know. So, you know, that calmed me down a lot, you know, because I was out in the streets. And I just went up to the hotel room, packed my shit up, and then we just moved to another hotel where we had the party, you know.
Yeah. And that's what I want to clarify for the people that be like, oh, he was by himself. Nah, man, people was there for him.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
Your Mama Lopez, you, the sisters, the family and stuff like that. So the narrative of that he was alone. If he was in medicals, that's one thing. But he was after that night. in the hotel, in the rooftop. We was there for him. Everybody was there for him. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So the people with the
You know?
narrative, nah. He was not alone.
Yeah, no, everybody's like, oh no, Shakur's good. Shakur's good. Get the fuck out of here, bro. My son didn't even slip one fucking punch. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like to get that fight back in the future?
Yeah, we're gonna get that shit back. But this time I'm gonna be with my son back to back, no matter what the fuck happens. You know? And everybody's gonna see. Bro, let me tell you, man. My son, at least my son never had a fight where people just walk the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that shit gonna follow you, bro, no matter what. I know what I got, and it's called entertainment. And that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the old no more, bro. Because we take risks. He's the only kid with the best fucking, he had the best fucking resume out there. You know, for the kid that never fought nobody and was going on 4-1 odds against my son. All right? My son is not even in the pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? That fucks with your fucking head, bro. You know, it does. Those are things that fuck with your head because, oh, man, they're not recognizing me. But that's why I told myself, fuck what they don't not recognize, bro. Let's just beat whoever the fuck is in front of us.
What do you think about this? There was 2 names, right, that your son really wanted in his career. It was Loma, and leading up to the Loma fight, y'all was calling out Josh Taylor. You think that Teo is the type of fighter that, because he wasn't calling out Shakur. He wasn't a guy that wanted Shakur. He said in an interview,
he was too small, bro. And he didn't bring any excitement. You know what I'm saying? We wanted the killers. You know, at that time it was Shakur. It was Josh Taylor because he was undisputed, and it was Loma because he had the 3 belts.
So that's it's who's the so. We knowing that when you and your son wants a fighter, y'all prepared for y'all ready for a fighter. Who's that fighter that y'all want to fight that's going to get you to where you feel y'all need to be? Who's that fighter right now?
I mean, from the 147 weight division, I don't see nobody beating him, man. I don't know, bro. Like, for real. Like, I'm not a fan of no fighters. You know, my number one fighter is my son, you know, and I'm not being prejudiced. It's just that he's the only entertainer out there, you know, that excites me. You know,
who do you want? Because who do y'all want right now? Who do y'all want? Because I know when you say y'all want this fighter right now, I know that's the fighter that be like, oh, when the TOs call out a fighter.
I hope Rolly takes a fight. I hope Devin takes a fight. I hope each and every one of them takes a fight. You know, my son fights anybody, bro. Come on, man. When Loma was like, no más Lomachenko, bro, we froze him for like 8-9 rounds. You know, so I mean, he ain't scared of nobody, bro. Like, you know, they offered him, bro, like to fight nobody and the same money. Like my son said, no, I want to fight a fucking guy that got the belt. So we don't know who we're gonna fight yet, but hopefully we find out next week. You know, I'm not here to say so, but you know, I'm gonna let my son do that. You know, he's the one that's fighting in there. But yeah, man, we want to get that belt right back.
Yo, let me shout out Boxing Talk with the 20 beans. Say, yo, happy birthday, mi hermano. Good looking out. I love you, fam. Senior, you a good man, but you gotta take a harder look in the mirror because it's do or die right now. It's now or never in the mirror and get the soul right. God bless from a fan.
Yeah, listen,
is it do or die right now, Senior? Is it do or die right now?
One thing that people don't understand in this game is always a do or die. It's it's always do or die. You know, I looked out, you know, first in the beginning when I was doing all the talking and I wanted all the freaking guys, you know, like I went up to Loma and I said, fuck that shit, bro. You got to fight my son. And I didn't let him go. I didn't let him breathe. And that's the same way I'm going to come back right now and do the same shit. It doesn't matter if it's Rolly, if it doesn't matter if it's Devin, if it doesn't matter who the fuck is the other guy.
We need Senior off the leash. Senior's is unhinged. We need the Senior unhinged. We need that right. We need that retro Senior back in action. Everybody, because you know what? Whether people when they admit it or not, you get under people's skin. When you get under people's skin,
Yeah, but you know what? I don't do it intentionally, man. It's just the type of way that I talk. And I mean, I say the fucking truth all the fucking time. And anybody motherfucker that thinks that that was my son in that ring, they out of their fucking minds. You know what I'm saying?
But the good thing about it, you know, I always say that when you're true and you acknowledge what was the issue, y'all go back to the drawing board and it's all good. You're saying the right thing. You're saying, you know, that is mental. Now, my son wasn't right that fight, and he got to get right that fight mentally. And it's easy to go back to the drawing board. You're being real about it. You're not having no excuse.
Bro, the only person that's perfect in this fucking, I mean, in this world, and not only this world, but everywhere that there's existence is God, right? You're gonna have a fuck up. It's like you can't be perfect. You know what I'm saying? This fuck up that night was he was mentally not in that fight, bro. He wasn't even looking at me. Look at the fucking corner. I'm talking to him. He's looking that way. You know what I'm saying? That's when I realized. I was like, what the fuck? And then I see him running to the right all the time.
Like he was there to get hit. Like, here, hit me.
And then there's a fucking video. And not only that, because every time that I fucking like training my son, every time he pulls out, double jab. Always. He was pulling out with his hands down. You know? And that just gave it up right there. You know, like I was like, bro, we worked on that because fucking Crawford, there's a video of Crawford when he's training fucking, because the whole world trained fucking Shakur for this fight, right? You know, and it's true. And I don't want to mention names, but everybody knows, right? So the thing is that when you have all these people, right? When you fight a fighter, Crawford is on video telling Shakur, when the motherfucker pull back, hit that motherfucker with the jab. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that video.
No, I haven't seen that video. But we all know who's in the corner.
Well, he's saying that right before the fight. But we already know that. Like I tell my son, every time you pull out from any combination, pull out with the double jab, go under, slip back. You know what I'm saying? Like all the shit that we already know how to do. The whole night he was just still, and back with his face up. You could hit my son maybe once or twice with the same jab, but you ain't gonna hit him no more.
Shout out to Fight Fury Films. He said Theo Sr. is the realest and always say what he feels. Shout out to Fight Fury Films. You talking to 2020 Trainer of the Year? He ain't 2020 Trainer of the Year for no reason, huh? He ain't 2020. Yeah. Hey yo, when we gonna see 2026, 2027 Trainer of the Year?
Yo, I'm fighting for that, bro. I think that my son already learned his lesson. I think that he gave that fight. I know he did. Was his reasons. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was some crazy shit, but I don't know what it was. But he'll let me know one day. The thing is that there ain't nobody entertaining like he is, right? So we're coming back. Major. I don't want to say anything else because I'm gonna fucking blabber everything out. But I ain't making no $100 million deals. All right, like they saying out there, you know.
He got $100 million.
Bro, good for them, bro. Awesome.
Hey, yo, put it this way. You know what I said earlier? Hey, everybody gonna make $100 million. If your next fight is gonna be T.O., then gonna be Shakur, then gonna be Tank, then gonna be Ryan, then gonna be hey yo, $100 million, yeah.
You know what it hurt. What I didn't like about what Shakur said, there was never 4 kings. What the fuck have you fucking done for fucking you say that? You know what I'm saying? My son is the most accomplished fighter out there before he even fought this guy. You know, and I think he still is, you know, because he takes risks. And people forgot about that shit, you know.
Well, put it this
for him
way.
to say that my son was never top, the greatest, like the greatest four, or whatever it is, that's fucking hate, bro. That's real hate right there.
Put it this way. Well, hold on. Let me say, Christian with the 20 B's. Good looking out. He said, happy birthday, Punch. T.O. Senior. Let me I told everybody.
Everybody, motherfuckers!
Shout out to Christian.
We're gonna hear that. We're gonna hear that again. You know?
But put it this way, like I'm piggyback what you're saying. When we put it this way, when we talk about the four kings, who gets the most props?
My son does.
No.
I mean, Tank.
No. Back in the days. Back in the days.
Back in the days.
Roberto
It was
Durant,
my
right?
Oh, you're talking about the four kings, yeah. Roberto Durant, yeah.
You know why? Even if he lost, because he took all the risks.
He took all the risks. You know, that's cool. Latinos do that. Latinos do that. You know, I hit up Mexico for doing that shit. Mexicans are the same. You know, all the Latinos are the same. You know, we want everything. We ain't scared of fighting nobody. Because, you know, I even told my son, bro, why the fuck are we going to be in this game if you ain't good? Let's just do it. And look at the merits that we got, you know? You know, now you got all these companies coming in like Sufa, you know what I'm saying? And Sufa's doing a great thing because they partnering up with, I don't know, maybe I think with Paramount and Netflix. I might not have it right.
Yeah.
But that's what we got to do with boxing. We got to take boxing to another level with a lot of viewerships, you know what I'm saying? You got like, 300 million people that watch Netflix. You know, they see this fucking kid doing fucking crazy shit in there. You know, those jumping fucking fly hits that he does, that back hit, you know, the slipping, the moving. And they be like, yo, wait, boxing is not gone yet. Look at this fucking kid. Like, who the fuck is he? You know, and that's what I think. And, you know, everything that comes out of my gut comes true.
So what do you think about the Sufa and the Sufa belt?
Bro, listen. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about social media. I don't give a fuck about haters. I don't give a fuck about guys that... I do give a fuck about my fans because they really, truly love us, right? Like Honduras, put them up there, you know, because Honduras was in the house that night. And by the way, for all you fucking haters right now, I'm going to tell you right now, my son broke records for the most sales that they had to open that whole fucking arena. And you guys know that shit was not Shakur. Was all my son. That was all my son down in there. Sold the Madison Square Garden world records. From the Knicks games, from the fucking all the games, and all the fucking shit that ever happened in Madison Square Garden, my son beat that record. And the one that had the record was Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier up in 1973, I think it was. All right? Yeah. So that's what we're rolling right now. And that's what makes boxing great because it's called entertainment. A lot of people see it as a blood sport. Okay, go ahead, do that if you like that shit. But the thing is entertainment, you know, doing things that nobody's ever seen before.
Yo, you know what I said earlier before you got on? I said, I think that, because I said, yo, your son is not like the other fighter. He truly cares about the sport way more than the business. And I think that when you have a dream of being the best and being undisputed, and then you have the politics of the sport of boxing tamper with his legacy when he beat Lomachenko and people wanted to dispute the undisputed. I think that right there really like was a rude awakening. Like everything he worked for, everything he dreamed of, and people try to take all it away. Do you think that still play like, damn, yo, what did I walk myself into? I thought that.
Bro, they already fucking had told us this. This shit starts from the fucking amateurs, bro, with us. You know, they told us they were going to fuck with us in the fucking pros because of the fucking shit that happened in the Olympics with France and my son when they fought the first fight, you know, which France got the silver medal. And I was all over the newspaper in Brazil because everybody was screaming Honduras after that fight. We won that fight clearly and loud. I don't want to call out the identities out there, but you know that after a month after the Olympics in 2016 in the Rio Olympics, they disqualified all the judges after the month. You know, and they disqualified all the judges. 36, I think it was 36 referees, and I don't know how many judges, but they disqualified. They should have forfeited the whole event. They were giving out. Name me one gold medalist that ever did anything in the pros since 2016.
Yeah, I remember that year. Yeah, that year was that year. Your son was ringing bells. Felix Verdejo, Consocial was ringing bells.
Yeah. But you know what happened was, you know what happened? They played my son dirty for 3 years in a row. He will never win the nationals, right? He will get close, but he never won it. You know what God did? The last year when it counted, he won 27 straight fights, bro. You know, by winning Golden Glove Nationals, by winning Olympic trials, the first Olympic trials, which was the hardest one. It was like about 380 something fighters. He won. Not only did he won that tournament to qualify for the Olympic trials, he won Outstanding Boxer, right? And he beat like the likes of a lot of great fighters that are great now. And the only thing that what happened was he wins the Olympic trials, right? And out of the 10 guys that could qualify for Continental to represent the USA in Rio, my son was the only one they took out because of politics. This had never happened since 1904. Like Sugar Ray Leonard went, yeah, Muhammad Ali went, Sugar Ray Leonard went, Floyd went, you know, Bernard Hopkins. You could name them all, bro. They did exactly what my son did. It takes 4 years to be number one in that spot, and my son did it. You know, he's special. So, you know, he ended up fucking fighting for Honduras because we wasn't gonna be second in the USA.
Facts.
You know, I get that shit on my own. It was only me and him. By the way,
and that's why we need that retro Teo Senior back. We need you in the front line. We need you in the front line, Teo Senior. We don't need you to disappear, stay show. We need you.
I'm not a great coach, bro. I never said I was a great coach. I just got the gift of God that I can see shit other coaches can't see. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And me and my son bond. You know, we have a bondage between ourselves that it could never be broken, no matter what.
Yo, bro, the things that you have.
You're trying to hate on me, saying I left him by himself. He knows what the fuck happened.
Hey, yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Yo, bro, you're an inspiration. I seen you in camp, and I always told you, I say, yo, I wish people see how Teo Senior trains, bro. I want people to really see that you really are an elite, legit trainer, because I seen you in camp. Remember when you was out here in Jersey, and I'm like, yo, I wish people see that side of you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
They never see that side of you.
People bug out when they see me because everything my son is doing in the ring, I don't shut the fuck up for 3 minutes. I'm like, he's doing exactly what I'm telling him to do. From the pullback, go under, slip back, you know, double jab, go under, hit him to the body, whatever the fuck it is. It's just a fucking burst that I got in my mouth that comes out from my stomach, and I just say it to him. You know, I wish that could happen when he fucking fights, because with the fights you can't hear shit. You know.
You remember that time? I remember that time after sparring, he's like, yo, that's what it is. I just gotta listen to my dad. I stopped listening to my dad. I just gotta listen to my dad. When he heard that, when y'all was sparring that fucking lightweight, that super middleweight, when you was trying to say go to the body, and then he hurt him in the body. After the 7th round, I had 9 rounds of sparring. And after that, he's like, yo, that's what it is. I got to listen to my dad. I got to listen to my dad.
He doesn't understand that this shit was made by God, bro. God made this happen, bro. A lot of people don't understand that feeling. I feel it like that. You know, like what he said, you know, there was something that he said about, I don't want to tell, I'll tell you later, man. But when he came out, that what he saw. You know, and I believe in that shit because we live in a spiritual world, bro. And there's a lot of negative and a lot of hate, you know, when people want to see, like, bro, we're not the bad guys, bro. You're calling me the bad guy because I'm sharing out for my son. That's what you're supposed to do, you motherfuckers. Like, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Take care of your kids, man. You know, look out for them, you know. And the only person that could hate something like, you know, from a parent to a son relationship is a fucking probably somebody never had it. Fact. You know, which should be different. It should be different. Yo, like, man, I wish I had a father like that.
Let me get this one. Yo, shout out to Boxing Talk with the $20 super chat. Says, yo, I'm a big fan of you guys, but my concern is that in 5 years, we're going to be talking about his Loma win. I want to be so good that we don't even think about Loma win.
The Josh Taylor win.
Let me think of it. Let me don't think about Loma no more. It's time to retake over. Retake over. Says Boxing Talk. It's time to retake over. Let's go.
It's gonna happen, bro. Like I'm telling you, man, this is the best story because when my son comes from something like this so negative, bro, he's gotta show the world, and he loves to show everybody wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about this kid, and that's why I'm proud of him. He's like no other kid in this planet. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand how hard it is to get to this level, and God has just blessed us so much, man, that he has given me a healthy family. That one thing for fact, like I don't give a damn about nothing else as long as my family is healthy and everybody else is healthy in my family or outside my family.
Hey,
You know,
yo,
I wish
hey,
help on everybody.
but for the most part, I'm proud of you, my brother. Hey, yo, you looking like $1,000,000 right now.
You be checking me out all the time, bro. I'm riding on my porch, just chilling the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm very proud of you, man. Yo, my brother. You know, I got you in my prayers, bro.
Yeah, man. Man, what the fuck you dropped there?
Damn, I dropped my shot, bro. Hold on, I got more.
El aguardiente. Aguardiente.
Espera, me limpia esto. Espera, que tenemos más aquí. Espera. So yeah, man, I'm glad, bro. I'm glad to see you good and healthy and great spirits, man. Always got my prayers always with you, man. Always, man. Alongside with Cat. Look at Queso laughing at me. Hey, yo, Queso, this is gonna be my 15 shots a day.
Yo, bless you, bro. Like, all I want to say, man, Senior's back. You know, we never left. And entertainment's coming back, man. Like, I know everybody's dying to see my son back again, you know, and we're going to make everybody proud, especially God, you know, because we do.
You already made me proud, bro. You know why? Because when Senior's on, everybody.
Yeah, I told you. I told you a while back, I said, yo, give me some time, man. Let me get my shit together, and I'll come back and I'll celebrate it with you. You'll be the first one, the exclusive one to have me first. You know what I'm saying? And you deserve it, bro. You was there that night. You've been there every night. We've been in fighting and in the takeover situation here, and we're just gonna keep on taking over, bro. And I see a lot of takeovers out there now, bro, and I don't like it.
You see it. You gotta snatch it right back, bro. You gotta snatch it right back. But you know what it is, and I tell the people the dynamic. Hey, you know what I tell the people? The dynamic of our friendship is you allow me to be real, you real, and I mean, we from New York, so we don't got no hair in our tongue, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? We could be in the same page, be like, hey, yo, I think something, hey, yo, Senior, something was mentally wrong with Tio. And you be like, yo, something is mentally wrong. Like, we in the same page. Ain't no yes, man, no, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like other people, other teams that they want to lie to just to enable somebody. But I feel like your son, when his mental is right, beats everybody. When your son mental right, he beats everybody.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know what it is with him? He just gotta fucking stop listening to the outside. That's why I don't go on social media. I don't do none of that shit because I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into that. I mean, I have Instagram, I have all that, Facebook or nothing, but you're never gonna see a post of me. Maybe once every 3 months, but I don't go into social media a lot. And he's too involved with that, but I mean, that's his job. He's got to do that. He's got to stay informed, and he's amazing, man. He just did.
I liked it when you was running shit. Fuck that.
Exactly.
I like when you. Not meaning that he can't run, but I the dynamic when you was in the front line promoting, it just worked. It just. Yeah. Because if you look at all your look, put it this way, so every opponent that your son faced, from Josh Taylor to Lomachin, the big fights, right? The mega fight, the Shakur Stevenson. Remember the press conference in New York City? He said, I want to hear what Senior had to say. It's because you're already in their mind. You're the guy that gets to them. You're the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but understand that comes natural. That comes with the fighting, with the fight scene. You know, like I say the truth. I say what I feel, and it comes out positive at the long run. I mean, you can't be a negative person and win in this game. This game is really crazy, like you said. It's do or die right now, and that's what this game is all about. You know, it's about you having your fighter in there, and you want the best for your fighter, especially if he's your son. And it goes to another level, right? Um, you know, I will die for my son, and I mean, it hurts me to see him go through the shit that he went with Shakur, and I know that was not him. Wally knows that shit. Everybody fucking knows that shit. They didn't get the best TO. They didn't even get a 2% TO in there. And it would have been better, and it would have been more competitive if my son would have been there.
Yo,
And you know, yeah.
did you invite Wally, Shakur Stevenson grandfather, for a barbecue? After?
No, I invited his grandpops, you know, but
y'all still cool. Y'all still cool.
Bro, that's the way it is. He's got to fight for his grandson. I got to fight for my son, you know.
Y'all
but
still,
he just went to another
cool. Yeah,
bro, you're never gonna see me tell fucking Wally, bro, here's your fucking bottle. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna fucking know these motherfuckers were scared. That's a fucking fucked up tactic to do because it's not gonna hurt me, but it might fuck with my son's head.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
So that's some shitting ass fucking bullshit. You know what they did to my son there all by himself. With nobody to defend him.
You got it. Hey, but as a person looking outside, the mind games win too. You gotta also
Exactly. Don't blame them for that shit, bro. They did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? Every tactic in boxing, that's the way it works, you know? You know, when Mayorga touched fucking Mosley's wife's ass, you know, shit like that does happen against people's head. You know, but they knew they fuck with me, they fuck with the best thing that he loved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they got to him, you know, in that sense, because my son will die for me.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that in this planet that he loves besides, you know, his wife and everybody else, you know, he has that love for me. And he felt like he had to defend me that night, and I left him by himself. So I blame myself for that shit. You should never leave your kids, especially in a big moment like that, you know, for me not to be there for him. But people don't know what happened that night, and I couldn't make it. I didn't feel good. And it wasn't drinking, you know, that I wasn't drinking. But it doesn't matter. They think that I was drinking, fuck it. It's not against the law to drink. But the thing I gotta say is,
hey, let's get a little shotty on that. Hold on. Ain't against the law. It ain't against the law.
Hell yeah, baby. But it's beautiful, bro. The game is beautiful, man. We did a sellout. And good things came out of it, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna tour no fighters. You know, Manny Pacquiao had 8 losses, one of the greatest fighters in the world. You know what I'm saying? We're not perfect. Only God is perfect, you know, besides Floyd Mayweather. But you know, that's another story there. But you know, but we gotta understand that nobody's perfect. He's going through some bad things too right now. You know, nothing else, nothing that you get in this life with a perfection is gonna be perfect. We're all gonna fall. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get this. Boxing Talk says, yo, good looking now with the 10B. Say, yo, tell Tio to start giving God the glory again. He be talking about the universe and all these other gods, but the Lord, tell him to get his spirit back and get back to Christ. Stop mixing with other gods.
Yeah, but my son don't believe in other gods. I don't know where they got that from because I don't watch social media. So maybe he put something stupid out there. But my son believes in Jesus, in Christ. I talk to him about it too all the time because I watch a lot of near-death experiences. I would suggest a lot of people to watch those shows. Near-death experience has changed me a lot because this is not everything. You know, we chose to live in this path, and everything in every moment of our lives, being good or bad, it's just an experience. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going to be good no matter what. Always is going to be good. We chose this. We have always existed. That's the way I believe shit. Watch near-death experience. It's about 800 million people die every fucking year in the United States alone that go through this near-death experience situations where they see things the same way that everybody else says it.
Hey,
so I believe we're going to keep on going.
I'm going to say it publicly. It's time for Tio Sr. and Punch Drum Boxing to do a documentary on Tio Senior. You know what? You know why I say this?
Let's do that shit, bro. Because
I've seen this before. And I said this. I said, yo, you have a unique story. I don't think that people understand the dynamic of your life. You know what has transpired, the unfortunate with you, your parents, and stuff like that. What makes you you? You know, people see the boisterous. People see who you are. People see how you talk. But there's something behind the voice. Something behind your heart.
I tell you something to let you guys know that there's something special that God brought us here to do and to save souls, bro. Because every freaking soul that we get out of the streets into that gym, it's a win. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I always do it for that. I want every kid in the world to love my son, you know, because he's a real role model. He was never in the streets. He don't smoke. He don't drink. He don't do none of that shit, you know? He had his mistakes in the past, but he stopped that shit. You know, he believes in only one Jesus and one Christ and one Lord, which is God, you know, our God. And he's the only existing God. The thing with this is like the shit that's ever happened to us is crazy. You know what I'm saying? He wins Olympic trials, right? And he never won Olympic. He never won nationals, right? For 3 years. That means that what they did to him, if he would have fucking fought for the United States out of the freaking country, he would have been punished for 3 years to not fight Honduras. But he never did because they will always lose. But he won the last year. And he took it all the last year. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And that never happened to somebody since 1904. Now you tell me that kid that got no purpose. Now I told him, I said, yo, let's go represent Honduras. I'm from Honduras, but your mother's from Honduras. Let's do it. Now he has a whole nation following him. My, you know, what God gave me to see became reality.
Yeah, and for the people that don't know, when he went out there to represent the new when the new president got elected, he packed the whole stadium.
68,000 people screaming Teofimo. Well, they call him Teofimo. Teofimo. You know, 68,000. You know what I'm saying? When he went,
people don't know that.
It was like freaking, bro. It was crazy because he comes and he runs around the whole stadium, you know, with his shirt off, which is crazy. And he goes up to the first lady. I mean, you know, not the first lady, the president, because it was a woman. Yeah. And he goes, she gets up and salutes him, bro. That was just, I mean, how many fighters have ever done that? You know, it's really hard.
How you felt as a parent, though? Like, all the things that you've been through,
bro. Oh, my God, bro. Like I just moved away from him. I let him have his own glory, you know what I'm saying? Like, every fighter, like, you always see me, bro. When he takes places, I get away. You know, I just want the glory for him. And they don't understand that we don't want it as much as we want them to have it because we feel so proud. And it's a fucking energy inside. It's something that nobody can fucking explain unless you lived it. And I have lived it so many times with him, you know, winning Golden Glove Nationals, winning, you know, Olympic trials, going to the Olympics. You know, man, how many fathers have ever even walked in the Olympic ceremony, bro? I went through, I did that shit. Because you know what? If USA would have grabbed him, I would have never been his coach in the Olympics. And I would have never walked with him through the Olympic ceremony, bro. Right there to that big freaking stadium. I got to do that with him,
bro. And I know the passion, and I know the passion because I know that your father and your mother will be proud of you. How you to be as a parent, as a father.
Imagine,
I know why you hands on. I know why you die. I know why you there. People don't know, but I know why you are the father that you are. And me, I'm proud of that. People not gonna understand it because they don't know who you are. But my brother, I want to tell you that you are an inspiration or motivation. And I love you, my brother, how you are a father to your son. You are one of the greatest.
But you know what, Punch? We had to live. I know you're not my age, but you had to live in the 80s when I was a little kid and my mother used to whoop me. You know, no, not like in the what is it? Like in the 80s. Like, hey, mom, funny, but when my mother used to whoop me, you know, and you know how we used to get whooped. So, you know, for some reason, we should grow up to doing that to our kids. But for some reason, we decide not to because we want a better life for them. You know, in those days, it was just like common to do those things to kids. Now you could do freaking 20 years in jail if you do something like that to your kids. But look at the society we have now. With everybody on computers, and it's not the same thing, man. When I was out there in the pumps, bro, we used to cut the freaking cans and just be on the pumps, like having the whole day after school or in the summertime. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. So, like, people gotta understand this game of boxing. It's not for us, man. It's just to save souls, man, and to do the work of God, and then take the winners as something extra, and that's the way I see it.
Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
I thank God that we're in the position we are right now. My son is only 28, and I think we still got 10 more years of this shit, if he stays mentally correct, and I know he is, because he's a defensive fighter. He doesn't get hurt too much, never been knocked out, and so he's still got a lot of time to make everybody happy. And because the more we work, the more we save souls, man. I want him to grow up to be a role model, not by buying cars, not by having all this money, by showing the kids that you could get to be nothing. Bro, I used to sleep under the freaking, right there in Miami Beach, right on the boardwalk. I used to sleep there. I remember when I came down from Honduras, when I was trying to bring my wife down. And I started right there, bro. Got 3 jobs within a week, and I was back up, So I've been through the worst. Through the worst, washing dishes, you know what I'm saying? Is that doing whatever I had to do, doing the street shit. I don't want to mention, I'm not proud of that, but
hey, yo, it don't matter. People learn from it. We know where you at in life right now. You know what I'm saying? You're inspiration.
You know what it is? You know what it is? A lot of people out there right now, they're in the level that I was at. You know what I'm saying? And I don't put that wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that shit sucks. To just be living day by day, not seeing what's going to happen when you die and when you're going to leave your kids or your families, because that's when all this fucking crazy shit comes in with the Puff Daddy shit and all this bullshit. Where your kids out in the street.
Hey, you wasn't in no pool party, right?
But they could go to a Puff Daddy party. No, I never did that. But
you went to the pool party. Let me know.
Nah, I was just in the streets. That's it. That's it. Money, but now you know what I'm talking about, man. Como lo hacemos nosotros, vendiendo, como se dice. But I remember when my family used to get up like at fucking 6 in the morning to go to work and take the RR train, and I was on fucking 4th Avenue selling, right? And my cousins got up and they started doing the same shit I was doing, so I'm like a bad influence, right?
Yeah.
But now I consider to be paying that back and being a good influence. I did it because I was out in the streets on my own. I didn't have my parents, so that was the only way to survive.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, bro. Teo Senior 2020 Trainer of the Year.
You already know, man, we coming to do or die, and my son is ready, and I can't wait, bro. It's the takeover. It's always been the takeover. It's never gonna die because he's the most entertaining fighter out there, and I know everybody want to see him. And it'll be where we at, May, June, July. It'll be real quick, maybe 3 months, So I think in September, let's see what happens. But you'll be the first one to know.
Hey, 147 is a lot of names, a lot of money, man, a lot of legacy to me.
Bro, this kid was 13 years old beating up freaking like guys that were fighting for a world title, and they were like 40 pounds bigger than him. So I always knew he could take a hit, he could take a punch, and he ain't scared to take a punch, and he could box his fucking ass off. In this game, speed kills everything. That night he even had no speed. He wasn't even showing the speed. And it was just crazy, bro. I don't want to talk about it no more. I just want to know that, you can make mistakes and come back and fix them. You're as good as your last fight.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Yeah,
yo, my brother.
I believe that, and it's been due for a long time. I told my son we should have just got back in there. but he's not ready yet. Not not that not mentally, but he's like I think he hurt his foot or something a little bit. But there's nothing wrong with it. He just needs a little bit of therapy because I thought it was the Achilles, but he didn't rip anything, so he's good. I don't know if I should have been saying this, but he's gonna be fine.
Hey, all we know is the good news is that he's training with Floyd Mayweather.
That's right. There you go. But that's why, because I mean he can move and everything. It's just that he can't run. It hurts when he runs. But yeah, he was with Floyd doing 3 hours. I think was yesterday. I was with him on Wednesday.
Before you left.
And yeah, before I left, he had told me he was gonna go to Floyd in the nighttime. I should have still with him, but I had to do some things over here because I'm building a gym in my basement. I mean, in my garage. So I had to come back and get all the stuff that I got built up. They finished it today, so I got like 5 machines I got to set up. Because I want to have a gym right there next to me. I've been working out every day, and I'm feeling.
You're looking right. You're looking right.
Yeah, man. Well, 57, bro. I don't look.
Mira los lentes, la gafa.
Yeah, baby. Oh, these are the new hats. Check them out.
Hey, I got the hat right there. I got the hat of the stash.
Yeah, but he made some new ones for the expo. I was there with him last week. And man, it was fucking crazy, bro. The setup was fucking wild.
Yo, you be watching A Lo Foque, the live A Lo Foque. You don't be watching it?
Nah, man. I'm just getting back to TV, bro. Like like to sit down and lay down, like and watch TV and shit. But I've been too busy.
Solo movidero. Nosotros.
Yeah, baby. Man, I'm getting big too, baby. Gotta come back big.
Yo, but man, do your thing, brother, man. We out here to support you. You already know, man. We believe in you.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. It'll be late July, beginning of September. The takeover's coming back. He's gonna be on one of the biggest networks on TV right now, and I cannot fucking wait. The takeover is in effect, baby, today. Well, from a long time.
Let's go.
I love you. Take care, man. Peace out, man. Remember, do it for the kids, baby. Do it for the kids. The takeover senior 2020, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, senior. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to senior. Shout out to 2020 trainer of the year. Shout out to 2020 trainer of the year. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to take this off.
I got you.
I got it.
Shout out to senior, bro.